Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Today is Wednesday, April the 16th. This is Jennifer with Coffee and a Card. I am going to give everybody a moment to jump on as we get together this morning. I'm going to get my desktop pulled up so we can get started on our fun project for today. I ended up having to change the project because what I originally wanted to do is on back order. So I didn't want to do a project and you not be able to get it right offhand. So that'll be coming once it comes back in stock, which is, I want to say it said April the 28th. So it is coming. All right, so I've got my desktop up, so if anybody makes comments throughout the video, I'll be able to do it. But good morning. This is Jennifer with Coffee and a Card. So grab your coffee, got mine, grab your coffee, grab your hot tea, whatever it is that you drink in the mornings when you wake up and get your day started. And let's do a little crafting this morning. I am going to, at the end of the video, I will go out and put my email information out there, but please make sure you join my email list as we have had some changes going on within Stampin' Up! And how customers order. And also, it is a perk for the customers because now for every $20 that you spend, you are going to be receiving a 10% coupon to place on future orders. So you can save those vouchers up and put them on a big order, or you can cash them in as you earn them. That is going to be totally up to you. And I will be sending out information today giving you all the details and how to do that. And so make sure you join the emails so you don't get behind in what's going on. All right, so we are going to just dive in this morning as this is our morning to just craft and have a wonderful morning time getting everything together. Now, as we are getting ready to go into the Easter celebrations and family gatherings, I hope everyone has a wonderful Easter. And may you be blessed during that time. And I will be live or I will have a post on Sunday, which is my original go live date time. I'm just not sure if it's going to be live or recorded, but I will have something going on. So this morning, what I'm going to be working on, we have used this paper in the past. Let's see if I have my little cheat sheet. It is called the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. I have used it in the past. Let me see if I can find. I thought I pulled it, but obviously I did not. Yeah, I don't see it in my book. So, okay. I don't have a whole lot that I can show you because, like I said, we thoroughly have enjoyed this paper. Yeah, I'm not seeing my little sketch here. But the Thoughtful Journey, I'm going to show you the full sheets that I do have. This is the designer paper that I have left. Like I said, I've been using a lot of this because I just love this. Good morning, who joined. Welcome. Thank you for being here with me. And then this is the back side. But there is a total of 48 sheets in this pack. So I just don't have enough of it to share. I'll show you my pieces. These are what I have. So that is how much I have used this. So here is a piece of the paper that would be in this packet. Here's another design. So I have just got bits and pieces because I have been using this line so much. See, there we go. So that'll give you an idea of what the designer paper is. But it is Thoughtful Journey Designer. Is 6x6 sheets. You get 48 sheets in the pack. And this is in our annual catalog. All right. Then the other thing that I will be using today is the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. I will be using the Painted Lavender set. And I will be using the Faith Collection set. So I've got a combination of bundles going on here. But our projects are going to be gorgeous. I promise. Normally, I don't mix and match like this and have so many bundles. But it is just that time that we had to do something different. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the cards that we're going to make. Here is the first card. It is just a basic card, but so meaningful. And then the other card that we're going to do is called the Z-Fold card. So it is a fun fold card, but here it is. This is a cross going into Easter. I thought I would do something similar to that. But you can use this as a Easter card or just an everyday thinking of you card. My sentiment on this one says God is love. But you can use any sentiment on there that you want. So that is going to be our second card. So the first card, we're going to go ahead and get started. It is using just a piece of the thick basic white cardstock. It is our standard size. It is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. My designer series paper out of the Thoughtful Journey is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. 5 1/4 by 4. And yes, I do need to cut this one down just a smidge because I thought I was cutting a 4th and I shouldn't have. So this, what we're going to do is we're going to take our basic thick white cardstock and we're going to fold it at the score mark. We're going to take our bone folder and run it across there to give it that great crease down. We're going to we're going to go ahead and do our stamping first, and then we will put it in. Let me move this out of the way. All right. No, I moved the wrong thing. Excuse me, guys. All right, so I am using the Petunia Pop ink pad. The stamps that I'm going to use is the butterflies and the sentiment. So the butterfly that I am using is coming out of the Painted Lavender, and they're right here. The sentiment that I'm using, this is Thinking of You Fondly, is coming out of the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. So we're going to take our stamp and we're going to put it in the Petunia Pop. Let me get my piercing pad. When you use the photopolymer sets, it's best if you use a pad under them to give them a better support when you go to stamp. So I'm going to just kind of stamp around. There's no certain order that they need to go in. All right. Now, and then I'm going to stamp my sentiment up in the top here. And it just says, thinking of you fondly. And then we're going to move this, and we're going to put this onto the card. So I got my adhesive, and I'm going to just put a couple of pieces on here. And we're going to have the white edge going around. And then on the inside, what I did is I took the butterfly and I stamped it in the bottom right corner. And I did two sets. And then I left it blank because, I don't know, you never know who you're going to send it to at the time. So, I just left the inside blank. And then on the envelope, I did the same thing. I took the butterfly and I put one there. And then on the back side, I did a seal right on the seal flap there. Now, another thing that you could do with this, if you wanted to dress it up a little bit, you could put some embellishments on it. And these are the iridescent faucet gems. I think these will be real pretty. Let's see if I can get them out of here. Come on. Right. So we'll put one there. Let's put one down there. And then let's put one over there. So that kind of gives it another look. So there are the first cards with and without the embellishments. So that could be your choice as to if you wanted to add embellishments or not. All right, so now the second card is the Z-fold card. So we're going to go ahead and close this up. Oops. Because I'm done with that, and I don't want to get my white cardstock stuck in it. All right, so with this, hold on, let me make sure I get all my pieces here. All right. So for this, what we're going to do is I have a piece of thick basic white. And then I have another strip of the thick basic. And then I have 2 regular basic whites. I have our designer series paper. And then we have our flower that's going to go on the front and our tag. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you the measurements, and then we will start assembling the card. All right. So the base of the card is 5.5 by 8.5. You score the card on your 8.5 side at 1 3/8 and 4 1/4. All right. And then I have my basic thick white. This is 1 3/8 by 4 1/4. Then I have the little strip here, and this is going to be 1/8 by 4, and it is embossed with the what is that embossing folder? Distress Tile. Yes, the De-Stress Tile 3D embossed folder. And then I have another one that is embossed, and this one is 1/8 by 5 1/4. My greeting tab is 1/2 by 2. My pattern paper is 2 5/8 by 5 1/4. I have a strip that is 1 3/8 by 5 1/4. And then I have a 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. So this one is 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. And then a piece of scrap white to do your embellishment here. I mean, your flowers, excuse me. All right. So those are the measurements for the Z-fold card. So what you're going to do is take your basic white and you're going to fold it at the 4 1/4 mark. Okay. And then I'm going to run my bone folder through there. Now you're going to take your your 1 3/8 and you're going to fold it back. And this gives you your Z-fold. And I wanted to state that I got this idea for this card from another demonstrator. Her name is Laender. So, I just fell in love with it, so I wanted to copy it. So thank you, Lynn, for sharing your process here. All right, so now this is your Z-fold, okay? See how that works? Beautiful. What we're ready to do now is to put our designer paper on. We're going to take our big piece here, and it's going to go right in the flap of the Z-fold. All right. And you can use liquid. You can use your tape runners, whatever adhesive you like. Feel free to use whichever you like to use. All right. So there is that piece. Then we are going to take, which is my smaller piece, this one, okay? We're going to take the 1 3/8 piece, and we're going to put our adhesive on it as well. And then we're going to slide it right on the edge. And yes, I did leave some white showing. Okay, and now when you're fold your card, you see the designer paper, which is beautiful. All right, now I am ready to take my other piece of designer paper and do the same thing, but it's going to go on like it would be the front of your card. And with this designer paper, you could use either side because it would work either way. It is just that gorgeous. All right, so we're going to line that up and we're going to put it right there. And then when that folds, then you have just the white piece showing there. All right. Now, we're going to take our smaller piece of the embossed cardstock and we're going to adhere it to the thicker white there, just like that, okay? And then remember, when you're using tape runners, adhesive, be careful in how much pressure you put on embossing images because it will make them go flat. It will take the 3D out if you're not careful. All right, so we're going to put that just like that. And then it is going to go across here. So since you're making a cross, you only want to put adhesive kind of in the center of this piece. You don't want to put it all the way across because then it will mess up your cross pieces, since it's not going to be flat onto your card. All right, so now I have my cross. All right, and see, I got a little too much right there. Let's see if I can get this off. Hold on, guys. I did what I told y'all not to do. I did. Follow directions, Jennifer. All right, so now we're ready to assemble that straight. Ooh, that's not straight. Let me do this. Let's hook this on to our card base. And then we will put our cross on it. That way I'm even. And I do have some extra cardstock showing at the top and the bottom for that. Okay. And this is not wanting to be very sticky, so we're going to add just a tad more. Now we can put this straight. Much better. So there is our card. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Hope you like this. All right. So now what you're going to do is take a piece of scrap, piece of cardstock. Let me use this one. And I stamped my flower, or background flower, whatever you want to call it, out of the Painter Lavender, and I used this one right here. And I used the Lost Lagoon ink. Pat back under there. All right, and then I just kind of took my stamp and I stamped it into the ink. And then I put this straight down, just like that, and got that beautiful image. And then I took the Painted Lavender dies and ran it through the embossing folder, and it lines up just like that. And then when I went to cut it out, I got this. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that the dies did match up with it, and that way you could see that. While we have the ink open, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment on the card, on our tag here. And there is different sentiments that you could use for this one. You could do thinking of you, he is risen, God is love. So there's 3 different ones. So let's try for this one. I did on my sample, God is love. But let's do, let me clean this off and put it up. How about let's try another sentiment. Let's do thinking of you. Always, always, always need those cards. And I was at church on Sunday, so this is going to be a great one. I was at church on Sunday, and one of my members caught me as I was walking to my car, and she is going through some things right now, and she actually was talking with me. So let's do a thinking of you, because this card would mean so much to her right now, and it would be the perfect thing for her. And I can go put it in the mail today. So let's do that. Let's do a thinking of you, and my tag is long enough so it's going to fit. Perfect. Okay. So let's do that. Let's do a thinking of you this time. I really like that. All right. So that's all the stamping we're going to do. And no, it ain't. We got to do our envelope. What am I talking about? All right, let's finish our card, and then we will finish. All right, so let's take our, whatever you want to call this. And you're only going to want to put adhesive on part of it, because, again, it's just going on part of your cross. So you don't want to put glue where it's going to hold your card down. Okay? Make sure you don't do that. All right. And then we're going to take this, and this kind of gets tucked under that. Yep. Okay. So let's put our adhesive on the back of this. And this gets tucked under just a little bit. Now, if you do the God is Love one, if you have this stamp set, it goes a little further, but since Thinking of You is longer than the God is Love, it doesn't, you can't tuck it under as far. But it's okay, because it's still gorgeous right there. Now, I've got the linen thread. Who does not love linen thread? I pulled it off, and I did a double bow. All right. And let's snip it up here so we can have a double bow. Hopefully do a double bow. Let's see if it's going to work today. Because you know my bows, sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Oh, and it looks like this is a go. Looks like a go. All right, guys, there we go. And then we're going to trim it so it's even. And we're going to take a glue dot, and I just kind of rolled it a little bit and put it right on the knot. And I put it at the bottom of my card. There we go. There is our card for this morning. Beautiful. Look at that. Yes. Gorgeous card. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed that and like that. All right. Now, we've got to do our envelope. So what I did for the envelope is I took the Faith Collection, and I took the solid cross and the raised stamp piece right here. And I took my Lost Lagoon. Let me take this, and I'm going to do my cross. I put my Stampin' Pad back up. Give me 1 second to get it out. And I'm on the front of the card, of the envelope. And I took the cross and kind of did it sideways. All right. And then I took the little rays and I put at the bottom. And that is the envelope, so you do not have a naked envelope, because we don't send out naked envelopes. Remember? No naked envelopes. All right, guys, that is a wrap for our coffee and a card this morning. I hope you enjoyed the cards. I thoroughly enjoyed being here with you this morning. Let's get the other one out so you can see it. I thoroughly have enjoyed being here with you this morning. I thank you for this opportunity to be able to craft with you and share the passion that I have for paper crafting. And I hope I inspire each and every one of you. These are the three different designs. They're the same cards, but just different designing. So for this one, it's just the basic cardstock and the designer paper. This one is your cardstock, your designer paper, and your embellishments. And then this one is a step up, as it is a Z-fold card made into a cross. And then you've got your die cutting and all that fun stuff with the embossing. And I just love this. Gosh, I love that card. I am just so passionate about paper crafting and being here and sharing with you. So with that, I hope you have a wonderful and blessed Wednesday. And I will be back on Sunday, April the 20th. Have a wonderful and safe weekend. And if you're doing any Easter egg huntings with children or anything, enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. We are actually dyeing eggs tonight with mine, Grands, and we'll be playing a little bit, as they will not be with me on Easter this year. They have to go to their dad's. So we're going to do our little egg hunts and stuff tonight, hopefully. If not, we will definitely be egg hunting tomorrow. But have a wonderful weekend, and I will see each and every one of you on Sunday. Also, remember to join my email, because I am going to be sending out the updates of all the changes that we just made to our customer ordering process. And you can start earning your 10% vouchers and building up so you can get those supplies. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. Bless each and every one. I am very thankful for you, and thanks for the support that you give me. See you Sunday.